I'd like to welcome you to the Board of Commissioners' regular meeting, May 7th, 2026, at 7:03 p.m. Ms. Jones, would you, whoops, she's not here. Mr. Ross, would you please call the roll? I guess that's how we're doing it, right? You're Ms. Jones tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
Commissioner Roberts,
Present.
Commissioner Hall,
Present.
Commissioner Buffalini,
Present.
Vice Mayor McDonald,
Present.
Mayor Anderson.
Present. Item number 3 is prayer and pledge. Thank you, Lord, for letting us join tonight to make decisions for this great city and our community. Please be with us and help us to make the best decisions for our citizens. Thank you for this beautiful weather that we've been enjoying, and just be with those who are traveling and who may be ill right now. Just heal them. We pray this all in Jesus' name. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Item number 4 is mayor's comments. I just want to welcome everyone here tonight and everyone watching from home. We will have a great meeting tonight, and thank you, Officer Micah Fan, for being here to take care of us tonight. Thank you. Item number 5 is citizens' comments.
There are none tonight, Mayor.
Item number 6 is approval of the agenda.
Motion to approve. Second.
Roberts, McDonald. Item number 7, public announcements, awards, and recognition.
Mayor, we need to vote to approve the
Oh,
agenda.
that's right. I'm just moving on here. Okay.
Commissioner Roberts,
Aye.
Vice Mayor McDonald,
Aye.
Commissioner Hall,
Aye.
Commissioner Buffalini,
Aye.
Mayor Anderson.
Aye. Item number 6 passes 5-0. Item number 7, public announcements, awards, and recognition. A is city events. Mr. Ross.
Just want to thank everyone for coming out to the Arts and Crafts Fair that was held last Saturday. We had a great turnout, multiple vendors, and it was the second day of Bowie Nature Park being back open, so there was a lot of people. It was a great day. Just want to remind everyone that this Saturday, there's a volunteer cleanup day at Shelter 1. That's where registration will begin, and it's from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. And then next Saturday, May the 16th, we'll have Movie in the Park, and we'll be showing the movie Chicken Little. And just want to give everyone give some information regarding our Nixle, which is our message alerting system. Everyone can subscribe to the free message alerting system by simply texting FV alerts to 888-777. And currently, right now, we have 3,811 text subscribers, 1,943 email subscribers. So we're capturing a large percentage of our population, which is really well. We're seeing roughly about a 10% increase each and every month. And currently on social media, in the last 30 days, we've had 179,000 views on our social media. So we're reaching a lot of people on that platform as well. That's all I have tonight, Mayor.
Thank you.
Mayor.
Mr. Roberts.
Thank you, Mr. Ross, for that report. Can we just dive a little bit deeper into the Bowie Cleanup Day if you have any details about it? Or I don't know if anybody will be talking about that, but maybe just a little bit more info about, are there any sort of restrictions on who can be there, or what kind of cleanup work they're planning to do.
Can I defer that to Bree or Keith?
So I think everyone's probably pretty excited that there's an opportunity to help clean it up, but I think it might be helpful if we share a little bit more information about what to expect.
Yes, we are excited to finally have some volunteer cleanup days. We have work for anybody that wants to come. We do have some waivers that they will fill out, and so I'll meet them at Shelter 1. Most of it will be debris removal, so small sticks, and then if there are a couple smaller piles of branches and things like that, they can pile them up all together. That way there's fewer of them and it'll look less messy. So, and then like any trash pickup, park's pretty clean. I walked some trails yesterday, but that's always an option. And we're gonna be looking a little bit more tomorrow to see what else we can do as far as maybe some weed removal and stuff like that as well.
Great, thank you so much.
You're welcome, thank you.
For those who might not know, Shelter 1 down by the lake, right? Yes. Lake Van, if you drive past the playground and you curve around to the right, Shelter 1 is right beside Lake Van. And I guess it probably doesn't have the limb through it anymore, through the roof. It's probably just got a hole in the roof. So, yeah. And then please spray for ticks. They're out really bad this year, and just, protect yourself and spray for ticks. Is that good? Anybody else? Okay. Item 7B is we have Armada Football Club soccer organization who will come and speak to us. Gabe and Angela, if you'd like to come forward to the mic, just state your name and your names and address, and just give us a little information about your club.
Great, thank you so much. My name is Gabriel Graham, and my fiance Angela Arrietto. We've lived here in Fairview for five plus years now. Grown to really adore our community. I've been a Nashville resident for over 40 years, and until I moved to Fairview, didn't really know my neighbors. And so I want to just say that we love this community and want to do some wonderful things for it. I'm great friends with all my neighbors now. I love meeting more and more people. So this opportunity to be here in front of you tonight is special for us. So we live on Taylor Road, just as you come inside of Fairview. Angela, before that, lived on Horn Tavern. And then so when we got engaged, we moved to Fairview, which is where we plan to be for the rest of our lives. So we have 8 children between us, all grown. So this is home for everybody now. So this is real special to us. So thank you for letting us speak a little bit tonight about what we're doing and what we're bringing to the area. I'll try and keep it brief because I know we have other things pressing on the agenda, but just wanted to say good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight. You know my name, and Armada FC is my soccer club. A long time ago, just a brief overlay, as my children played soccer, and I coached teams for a long, long time. I'd played since I was 5 years old, and I'd coached at Ensworth High School and coached travel soccer for a long time. And finally, I had enough parents come to me and say, the way you coach these teams, you need to start a club and do this the right way. And so I did. Started a club in 2019, and it's grown exponentially. We're very humble and thankful about that, but we've grown to over 400 families at present, and we're looking to possibly get close to doubling this year. Growth isn't necessarily our main goal. It's quality of the programming and connecting with families. As you can see on our little, I didn't know our motto would be up there, but it says that Fides Laborque. That's what we pride ourselves on. That's faith and hard work in Latin. And so we really have built the club around that. So we're excited to branch into Fairview. That's has been a passion of mine. I felt like in our first couple years of living here, it wasn't the right time to launch our soccer club. We needed to get more sewn into the community, learn the needs, and see what's happening here, and connect with more people before we start launching our program and try and bring anything out here. So right now, this is the World Cup year. I don't know if you guys follow soccer, but this is huge. This summer is it's the biggest event in the world, in sporting world, and it's right here in America. So we see no better time than to bring this wonderful sport to Fairview in a more meaningful way than right now. And so, having said that, we've been based in Middle Tennessee for quite some time. Like I said, mission is centered on player development, community connection, and creating meaningful opportunities for young athletes and families. Our philosophy is built around the belief that high-level soccer development should be accessible within the communities where families live. This vision is reflected in our motto of one club, many neighborhoods. We currently serve West Nashville, Bellevue, Antioch, and are working on establishing ourselves this year in East Nashville and Fairview. A lot of soccer clubs and youth organizations are built where they just want to be the biggest organization in that particular community and draw other communities to them. We're built differently. We want to build a soccer division of Armada in Fairview where people can play and practice in Fairview and not have to drive all the way to Antioch or East Nashville or Williamson County area out in Franklin. We want them to be able to play here. So that's one of our visions, is to keep it logistically pleasing for families. And so we're built differently in that way. Over the years, it's grown into being a very respected developmental club, serving players across multiple areas of Middle Tennessee. Our coaching staff brings experience from competitive, youth, collegiate, and professional levels of the game. But we're most proud of is our culture that we continue to build, one that's focused on character, discipline, mentorship, and long-term development on both on and off the field. I was talking to a couple of you before the meeting. One of the things we did just this year is bringing in a gentleman named Desmond Armstrong. He was actually the first African-American to ever play on the U.S. national team. I hired him to take my role as director of coaching for our club. And so he is the one overseeing the development of all of our coaches, and that will include, if we are able to branch into the Fairview area, our recreational and travel program. So we have now a World Cup performer that played at the highest level and has gotten a lot of kids into collegiate programs, is now our new director of coaching. If you follow NSC, the Nashville Soccer Club, we also just hired Teal Bunbury, who recently retired from the NSC program. He is our director of player development. Again, this is something we'd be bringing to the Fairview community, where these kids can learn and get opportunities to learn under the leadership of an MLS player and a former national team player as well. So we're very excited about that. One example of Armada's commitment to community development can be seen in our Antioch community and the surrounding neighborhoods. Over the past several years, Armada FC has worked to provide consistent, high-quality soccer opportunities for families in an area that has historically been underserved in competitive youth sports. Through intentional investment in coaching, programming, and accessibility, we've helped create a strong soccer environment where local players can develop close to home without needing to travel long distances to play in a competitive club environment. A major part of that growth has been our outstanding partnership with Metro Parks and Recreation as an annual permit holder for Orchard Bend Park. Orchard Bend has 7 full soccer fields that we completely manage and maintain year-round. I'll stop and segue there a little bit. I've had so many different clubs reach out to us and say, how in the world did you get Orchard Bend Park? We've been trying for years and years and years. Bigger clubs than us had been trying, and whatever avenues that they had of influence. I just told them, quite honestly, we came in and said, we're going to treat it like it's our own, and we're going to leave it better than we found it. That's the 2 philosophies we came in, and we gave them a clear plan of how we were going to do that. When we got out there, each one of those soccer fields had about 60 yards wide of just dirt down the middle of the fields. That's because it was overuse. No one was managing it well. Nobody was investing any private dollars into fixing up the fields and making sure that it was handled appropriately in terms of scheduling. And quite honestly, the community wasn't embraced. So our strategy was, I came in right out of the gate and I found out where were the problems. Metro Parks had told me that community was a big issue. Parents didn't want people over there because it's too loud of music, too many things going on. There was things going on in the park that weren't very savory. And so we came in and said, we're going to fix it all. So went over and I met with all the neighbors. I went across the street to the people over there, brought them flowers, brought them lunch, and talked to them and found out what were their concerns, and we addressed them. Started attending meetings like this, the Cane Ridge Community Club meetings, and we would go there every month and get feedback from the families of what are you looking for out of this park beyond soccer? What can we do to serve? So now We've cleaned up those fields completely. They're all secure. There's not an ounce of dirt anywhere on those fields. They're the nicest fields in town. We host National Premier League games at those fields. And we embrace the entire community. So that's something we want to do for Fairview. I know field space is limited out here, but that's a little bit more of a long-term project. Right now, we're looking to just establish ourselves here and offer a higher level of programming for all of the Fairview community. But that partnership with Metro Parks has worked out wonderfully. Again, it's an annual permit we get. They get to decide each year, do they want to renew that with us? And we're very humbly thankful to say that every year, it's a no-brainer for them. We've invested in the equipment to mow it, to line it, to basically do everything, to secure it, to maintain the fencing. So we are willing to meet in the middle and help bring resources to the maintenance and upkeep of field space if we are able to, at some point down the road, have some access out here in Fairview. So almost done here. Just wanted to wrap up with our presence there at the park has improved everything dramatically. We've been received quite well by all of them, family participation, community connection throughout the year. In year one, we had 30 players, 2 teams in Antioch. And in year 2, just in the second year, and this is how I envision things for Fairview, I know this will happen here, that we went from 2 teams to having over 180 players just in the second year and became 8 teams. This next year, we're expecting to double again. So if you bring quality programming, expert coaching, and really bring something wonderful to a community, they will embrace it. If you burn the bridge, you're going to burn it, and that's the end of it. And so we're very, very careful about that, and that's why I said we took the time to stay in this community for a while and live here and be a part of it before we were ready to launch. So we're just here looking for the support of the community. We wanted to have our names out there and let you guys know we'll be around. We're always around. You might have seen us from time to time at the 3rd of July Festival. We have the big Armada tent, and we sit right up front for the music. But again, we've never really told anybody on a broader scale that we're here and what we want to do for the community. What we accomplished in Antioch reflects the same vision we hope to bring to Fairview, building sustainable neighborhood-based teams, investing in local families, creating development pathways for players, and becoming a long-term positive partner with the community. We're especially excited about the future of Fairview. We see tremendous potential in this community and believe families here deserve the strong local opportunities for youth sports and player development. Our goal is not simply to take players out of Fairview, but to invest in the community by building a neighborhood-based system, developing local players, supporting families, developing local partnerships, and creating a positive environment where the children can grow, compete, and build lifelong friendships. I will also say that, our programming, what we want to do is start with a recreational organization, which is a very affordable, play one day a week and play on Saturday, but also have a process for them where they can grow into club-based format and play at a higher level. So if these kids do have dreams of playing collegiately or anything like that, that we can see them through that entire process. I'll end with, in the 5 years that we've been here, instead of just sitting around waiting for this time to come, what we did do is start connecting with the community. We have already at Armada, we have multiple kids from the Fairview High School team. In fact, I think close to half of the Fairview High School girls play at our club, Armada. And have sat with the athletic director, coaches, and players and families. And I'm very thankful to say, I'm sure you guys all know, Fairview girls had one heck of a season this year. And so now I've had those coaches and athletic directors reach out in the past and say, how can we do this with the middle school boys? How can we improve the boys' high school program? That's what we want to do. We want to host a free clinic where we can help and get more kids involved in seeing what we're offering and what we're able to do, get a taste for it, and also connect with those schools. Again, it's a relationship, not just hey, we want to use this field. We want to develop relationships and a synergy with our town and our community. So I thank you for letting me share that with you. And if there are no questions for me, I don't even know if you're allowed to take questions in this, but I appreciate the time tonight and the opportunity to let you all know what we'll be doing. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Graham. This is very exciting. I look forward to seeing what you can bring to our community.
Great. Thank you again so much.
Item number 8 is staff comments and monthly reports. A, city manager report, Mr. Ryle, Mayor Ryle, sorry.
Thank you, Mayor, and I will wear that mayor title, but only in Dixon County for 3 months and 24 more days, so.
Well, little piece of information. There's two positions that hold their title for lifetime, and that's president and mayor. So I do want to address you as mayor.
Well, thank you. I look forward to that as I'm moving to my golden years, so I didn't know that. Thank you. I really appreciate it, Mayor, Commissioner. Thank you for allowing me to speak to you tonight. I know that's part of the agenda, but again, I want to thank you for our meeting 3 weeks ago. Y'all give me an excellent opportunity, and I haven't regretted it to this point. But thank you. I've had conversations with each of you. I appreciate your kindness, but more importantly, I appreciate your candor. They were all good, frank conversations about your views of what the direction of the city needs to go, and thank you for allowing me to be a part of it. And I look forward to working together so we can make this community even more successful as we move forward. As I've started on this, of course, in a 3-week time period working part-time, we move fast to get a lot of things done, but it goes back to the staff and department heads that are here. They have done a fantastic job of bringing me up to date and kind of being a crutch for me as we move forward and I move further into it. We immediately moved into, after meeting with a lot of the staff, moved into the budget and budget amendment. Our budget director, Mr. Knox, has done a fantastic job. He is helping me convert from county thinking to municipal thinking, and I'm about to get there. So we were able to do that, met with all the department heads, very professional, reasonable requests. So I was not shocked or disappointed at all, so I was really pleased with that. After we moved from that issue, we moved into budget amendments, which you'll be hearing from later tonight from Mr. Knox. Working through that, he's done a great job. Some of the things you've already mentioned that have been mentioned, but I want to emphasize again, of course, Bowie Park. That was a hot issue when I got here a couple of weeks ago, and it's been solved, and it's no small part to all the work that's been done by the Parks Department and Public Works. You had a lot of people working a lot of hours to get that back ready for the citizens to be able to use it, and it's worked very well. And apparently from this past weekend, all the reports we had, everything's been great. So thank you for the work they've done. Debris removal, we've been hearing a lot about that when I got here. First of all, I want to thank you on the commission. You're the eyes and ears of this community, and I heard you loud and clear, and I hope that we were able to respond on a timely basis. At least I'm not hearing from you right now about it, and I'm not getting emails, so that could be the measure of success. Moving forward, we're back on our normal shipping schedule. Thank you. That's a hard word. And we think that's working well. But if you do have any more concerns or anything we need to move forward on and emphasize, please let us know and we'll double down on our efforts if there's something we've missed. Again, y'all were notified earlier this week. Mr. Nathan Greer, our city planner, has tendered his resignation. We appreciate his services community. I'm sorry I only got to work with him for a short time, but I know he's well respected by his department and his peers. We thank him for that, and we wish him, and I wish him personally, the very best moving forward, that he'll be very successful and happy in his new position with the state. We have started, as always, when you leave, the next thing is who takes your place. So we have posted that job on our social media sites, and along with MTAS, Mr. Ross has done that for us, and we're already starting to have some inquiries. So we've opened that up for a 4-week period to give us ample time to accumulate all the resumes and applications possible and move forward with that. The last thing I'll just started really about what I've done. In particular, I appreciate y'all not only hiring me and allowing me the honor of having this position, but also the transition of moving out of the county mayor position with Dixon County and over here. Much like what the city of Fairview is in the process now, budgeting, we're doing that in county government. But we had a budget meeting Monday night and nobody complain about anything. I don't think that's ever happened, so I hope we can bring a little of that magic over here. But that budget we will present again in a normal form on the next reading in the middle of May. Our prediction is both the school budget and the county budget should be passed on Monday, June 1st. I will still have responsibilities with Dixon County government, but once you pass a budget and there's another bunch of people running for mayor, they don't like talking to the old mayor anymore, and I'm fine with that. So during the month of June and July, I'll start spending more time and more time with anticipation of the full-time date on Tuesday, September 1st, to make this my permanent place for as long as y'all will allow. But that's all of my report. I hope I wasn't too long-winded, but if you have any questions, I know you've got several things coming up tonight, but be glad to answer anything I can. Thank you.
Any questions from the board? Thank you, Mayor Ryle. Item number 9, consent agenda. A, minutes from April 16th, 2026 BOC work session. B, minutes from April 16th, 2026 BOC regular meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Ross?
Vice Mayor McDonald,
Aye.
Commissioner Buffalini,
Aye.
Commissioner Roberts,
Are we, well, I know it's me, but we normally just wait for a discussion. Are we just voting on it? Oh, never mind, sorry. Aye.
Did you want to discuss the
No, no, no,
consent
no, no.
agenda?
No, I just wanted to make sure nobody else did, because we just jumped right.
Oh, well, I mean,
It's fine, aye. Sorry.
Commissioner Hall,
Aye.
Mayor Anderson.
aye. Item 9, A and B passes 5-0. Item number 10, old business. There is no old business tonight. Item 11, new business. 11A, Resolution 24-26, a resolution of the Board of Commissioners of the City of Fairview, Tennessee, authorizing the mayor to execute contract documents and issue a notice to proceed for the Fairview Police Department training facility. City Manager, Mayor Ryle.
Thank you. I'm back again with Chief Humphreys had a family engagement night. As we all know, it's graduation season, a family member's graduating night, so he couldn't be here. So he allowed me the honor of having my first resolution presentation. As you know, this is for the training facility that y'all approved some time ago. After as many projects go, and they're bid out, we see that they cost a lot of money. So the ask was to go back and value engineer this and move it to a point where it would be palatable for the commission and financially to approve. And that is what's before you tonight. I'll be glad to try to go in and answer any questions I possibly can.
I'll entertain a motion. So is it the will of the board to defer until our city police chief is here to answer questions, or do we want to make a motion? Okay, I'll make a motion to approve for discussion.
Second.
Okay, thank you. Discussion from the board?
Is there just any specifics that could be talked about and what adjustments were made? Sorry, Mayor, may I speak?
Absolutely.
Is just any details on what adjustments were made from where we were to where we are now? What was removed?
Honestly, Vice Mayor, I can only tell you what's on the documents that's been presented to you. I apologize that I don't have all the details other than a total amount that was valued engineered down to.
I think we probably have questions that would be helpful to have Chief Humphreys here to answer. I think that's probably
Okay.
some of the reticence here.
I'll make a motion to defer to the next meeting for Chief Humphreys to be present.
Second.
All right. Mr. Ross?
Mayor Anderson,
Aye.
Vice Mayor McDonald,
Aye.
Commissioner Buffalini,
Aye.
Commissioner Hall,
Aye.
Commissioner Roberts.
Aye.
All right. Item 11A, 5-0 for deferral. Thank you. Item 11B, Resolution 26-26, a resolution amending Resolution 57-24 to modify the contract award for the ARPA stormwater improvement projects. Mayor Ryle.
This also is from the ARPA project funds that have been given during the COVID recovery money. We're all well aware how that works and been dealing with it some time, but we are getting on a sunset on this from a time period where this money needs to be spent. I know from talking to staff, there was work that was proposed being done on Sleepy Hollow, but after having some issues there, it was to look for an alternative project, and that was to move on to Cumberland Drive, where were some stormwater issues, piping to be redone on that. There's money there to get that done. My main concern was, after talking with staff and the engineers, if we were on a timing issue that could be done, if this money is not spent by September 30th, it comes to a loss and goes back to the federal government. In the phone call meeting we had with him, he was quite certain that the builder was already staged and ready to go to move into this to have this money spent and have these projects done on a timely basis.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mayor, I have a question.
Yes.
Thank you.
Commissioner Roberts.
Where, if we approve this additional work and the cost, how much of the ARPA money is left after that?
My understanding initially, it was $2.7 million total with $1 million spent, but there's still items that need to be billed. We were, what the engineer told us that we're careful not to go over our do not exceed. They do understand that we have we're not planning on putting in additional funds toward it. But this will pretty much max out the dollars, maybe a little bit of engineering cost, a buffer in that, but not enough to really make a substantial difference.
Okay, great. So we'll spend enough of it to use the full meaningful amount, but we will not go over so that we're obligated to pay anything from our budget.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mayor?
Commissioner Buffalini.
Thank you. I think this question is for Mr. Greer. What locations is the additional work going to be completed at? And what would be the time frame?
For time frame, it would be between now and September, because it has to be spent by the end of September. The location of the improvement is between Forest Glen and Cumberland, and Fernville Road and Cumberland Drive. There's a culvert that crosses under Cumberland Drive that is failing currently, and this improvement would replace that culvert, much like they did on Chester Road with a couple locations there.
Okay, the other question is, this additional source of that we're going to be doing, this additional contract, does that include repair of the asphalt afterwards, or is that going to be a separate contract?
This includes the repair of the asphalt. With that is part of their permit.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else?
Yes, Mayor,
Yes.
thank you.
Commissioner Hall.
Yes. The one down past Forest Glen on the right, that has failed in the past, very, very much so. The whole where you see it sunk in, that has failed before. So I'm hoping this will take care of it permanent change. So anyway, I just wanted to bring that out, okay? Thanks.
Vice Mayor McDonald.
This is for any staff, I guess, that could answer it. With the map that you included in our packet that shows us where all the sites are that the repairs are going to be made, there's also information about detours, there potentially be road closures during this. Is that information planned on getting out to the public? Do we have if we're going to be closing roads, I'd just like to make sure.
When we do close those roads, I'll be more than happy to put that information out.
Thank you.
Mr. Ross.
Commissioner Roberts,
Aye.
Vice Mayor McDonald,
Aye.
Commissioner Hall,
Aye.
Commissioner Buffalini,
Aye.
Mayor Anderson.
Aye. Item 11B passes 5-0. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Item 11C, Resolution 27-26, a resolution of the Board of Commissioners of the City of Fairview, Tennessee, authorizing the mayor to execute the subdivision development agreement contract for Belvoir Phase 2. Mr. Greer.
Thank you, Board. Tonight you have the Belvoir Phase 2 Residential Subdivision Development Agreement. Belvoir Phase 2 consists of 53 residential lots. Lot numbers are 201 through 253. The reclamation bond amount is in the amount of $1,697,050. And the performance bond amount for this project is $5,300,436. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Questions from the board? Mr. Ross.
Vice Mayor McDonald,
Aye.
Commissioner Roberts,
Aye.
Commissioner Buffalini,
Aye.
Commissioner Hall,
Aye.
Mayor Anderson.
Aye. Item 11C passes 5-0. Item 11D, Ordinance 2026-08, an ordinance for an amendment to the City of Fairview, Tennessee budget for fiscal year 2025-2026 budget. Mayor Ryle. So, okay.
Sorry, I was reading ahead. On this, I'm going to have Mr. Knox handle this portion of it.
Okay, so do we want to go ahead and make a motion and then discuss, or do we want to would that work better since we have so much to discuss? Okay, let's go ahead and, I'm going to go ahead and entertain a motion so that we can go ahead and start discussing.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, now, discussion for Mr. Knox.
I'm happy to go through this however y'all want to. Line by line, we got two documents here that I gave y'all. Look at the ones on the bottom, because I did make a change today, and instead of changing it right before, we have in between these next two meetings, we can change anything we want in this. So I could have either changed it right before the meeting today, or we can make the changes. I would
And
ask
just
to make the changes.
Just to point out, we will have two readings on this.
Right, this is
So
the,
just know that if there's anything we need to do, we'll also have a second reading.
so first thing, if we will go to, on the not line by line document, if y'all will go to the, fourth page in the 115 section. I had written, the third line down, I had written myself a note, and I accidentally copied it over into the debit column on the original one. So I had 164 on the debit side. That was a note to me, and I just copied it over. It should not have been on there. So it made the 991 line item, which is welcome signs, look like there was an increase. in reality, it's a $90,000 decrease. It was just an error that I had in there. Other than that, I'm happy to answer any questions you have if you feel like that's the right way, or we can just go through it. However y'all want to do it.
I'd like it to just kind of walk through it a little bit, please.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, just tell me if I'm missing anything. Yeah, I think it'd be easier if we just go by department, and if we'll look at the line item document that has everything labeled. For BOC, only 2 changes. We added $100 to line item 170, travel and training for the mayor, and took away 500 from 948, which is computer and software for the BOC. We're good on that one. For admin, next page. We added $1,000 for overtime in 112, the line item number 112, not fund 112. Going down, we had a small increase, $50 for tax relief. Lexpool, we were $300 over what we had estimated for that. Number 218 for advertising. That is where we have to, where we're required to advertise any meetings, rezonings, or anything in the newspaper. We added to that. We pulled some money from 236, 2,500 from 236, community relations. Website maintenance, we went up 2,000. Utilities are 1,000. Telephone and internet, we added 3,000. Same thing for cell phones, for admin. Repair and maintenance for motor vehicles, we took away 2,000 on that. City Hall, we had a couple of repairs we had to get done up here. The air conditioning is always a problem, and seems like it just, every time the weather changes, we have to have something done with that.
Excuse me 1 second. I don't want to interrupt you too much, but
Yeah.
can you just, when you say something, just say what line item number it is?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
That was 266, sorry. Claims, so that's just insurance claims paying the deductible. We had 2, so that we had to increase that line item. That was 271. 273, we were a good bit over in that. As long as we don't have to bother Patrick too much more this year, we may stay under that. Promotional materials, we took out 1,000. The Motorola system maintenance, number 278, took away 2,500. 280 for travel, we took away 1,500. 282 for lodging, we took away 1,500. Training 302, we took away 2,000. 308 office equipment lease, that is our copier through, we had used RJ Young. That was up for everyone. I don't know if
Sorry to interrupt. What, just back real
you're
quick.
lost.
No, I'm not lost. But 299 sundry line, what is that? And it looks like it went up by 1,500. What is covered in that?
Did I miss that one? So sundry is just anything kind of that comes up. It's a kind of a catch-all for each department. Everybody has one. If you want specific things, I can look that up real quick. Venom? I found that. That was the. If we look farther, or once we get there, we will get to that line item, but the English property lease was not in the original budget because the intention was to purchase that property at the beginning. So the 913, we'll get to that eventually, but that is the property lease. And then the overage we had in sundry was the property taxes on that.
Great.
So we can put, it just got spent out of sundry because we didn't have the line item. Once we get done with this amendment, we will now have it. I'm happy if you would rather to have it in that English property lease. That may be more proper, but that is the reason why it was over.
Okay, thank you
Because-
for finding that, yeah.
913 didn't exist. Well, I guess it still doesn't exist until this happens. But
Got it. Thank
Right.
you so much. And you were on line 308.
317, 317 is July 4th. So Richard may be able to explain this more or better than I can, but for exact numbers, but we paid in order to save, was it $1,500 or $2,000?
It was approximately 2,000.
To save $2,000 on fireworks, we paid part or half of it this fiscal year, and then half we'll pay next year. So by early payment, we saved $2,000. So we decided to do that. We added that brings, I guess, 324. We added 600. Next is 331. We went up 1,000. 506 LGC. That's our accounting software. Went up 1,000. I got a question about this 519. So the reason that is a variable, it seems like it should be a fixed price. The reason it's variable is because that also includes our HRA payment, which just depends on how much it's used. So we can get pretty close with the cost of that, but the HRA, depending on how much people use it, is always going to be a variable cost. Next is 525, workers' comp. We went up $2,000. Messed up. 525 is life and disability insurance. We went up $2,000. Next is workers' comp insurance. We went down 31.
Did you say something about 506?
Yes.
Okay,
That was our accounting software.
right. Thank you.
$528 is liability insurance. We had to increase $15,000 for that. And then 913 is what we talked about earlier. That is the $300 a month cost of the English property lease. Next page for Keystone is our IT support and management. We went up in both of those line items, 963 and 964. And then after that, sorry, I was not talking in, is the storm firm cleanup. That has to be, that throws the whole numbers off on everything so much that between that and the fire truck, it looks like a giant increase, but those were both notes. So we can subtract 3.75 from the total increases. Next, we'll go to bond expenditures. We stayed the same in 266. 915 ADA projects, we took away 50,000. The 916, that increase, 2015, is the cost of the firing range. Of the land for the firing range, sorry. And 991, that is the change that I explained earlier. So where I had the 164, it took this to 99 on the old sheet that I gave you. This is accurate, the one that I gave y'all tonight, where we have a $90,000 decrease of the original budget for 991. That gets us through admin. And on to finance.
Sorry, Mayor, quick question.
Yes, sir.
So the welcome signs, the accurate total is 389.
Let me say yes before. Say it again.
What's the accurate total of the welcome sign?
You have the old one. No. The one I gave you, it's on the very bottom of your packet.
Am I looking at the old one? I gotcha. You can continue. I'll let you know if I still have a question.
It takes that down to 200, and then if you'll look at the other sheet, does a good job of showing, it's grouped by fund, the other sheet is. So that took our, it took the fund balance contribution from 268.1 to 79.1 for the bond. So the extra expenditure for the bond that we were asking for is down to 79.1 from 268.1.
Makes me feel much better about our welcome.
Yeah, I
sign
know.
project.
I didn't realize I was going to create so much excitement, and I honestly did not see that until I talked to you this afternoon. But
I appreciate you making
we
that
can only
right, though.
fix it from going there. I can't go back and change it where I
that's
put it
all
in Friday. I wish I could.
You got 2 more errors allowed, right? You get 3.
Yeah, 3 strikes, you're out. Yeah. We good to go to finance? Not many changes on this one. 202 for subscriptions, I increased 150. 280 for travel, up $50. I took away 500 from office furniture, 309, and took away 1,000 from 948 computer equipment.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Line item 298. We have a line item for $1,500 for drug testing.
Yes.
Is there a reason that we have that in there?
Yes, so that can be, that's hiring is why that's in there. Drug testing for like pre-hire physicals and stuff.
Is that for anybody that we hire, or is it just for finance only?
No, it's for the city.
For the whole
citywide.
city?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Move on to court. Court, only a couple changes also. The 124 line item for magistrate pay, that is strictly for if they get called in on the weekends and they have to sign, I believe they sign warrants and something else that I probably don't know about for court. We took away 500 from training, 302, and 1,500 from 948 computer equipment and software. Planning and codes, 110, we took away 45,000 from salaries. That was the late hire for the assistant planner. That was in since the beginning of the year, so there was a lot of that didn't get used. Took away 500 from 220, printing and duplicating. Took away 1,500 from cell phones, 258. Took away $7,000 from the, Mr. Greer saved us some money on the 268 on our GIS software. Took away 250 from travel, 280. And we added 5,000 to training, 302. Took away $1,000 from office equipment, 307. Should have brought my ruler here. There we go. This 308 line item is the same one from admin. That's our copy release, and everybody's is up also. So we added 1,500 in 308 for that. Took away 500 office furniture, 309. Took away 1,500 office supplies, 310. Took away 250 from code enforcement, 360. Took away 1,000 from 362. Ethan may be able to explain those to you, two different ones if you need it. Next, we were a little over on our zoning ordinance at 110,494, $1,400 increase out of the capital. And then I believe that gets us onto fire, if y'all are ready. Fire, in 112, we had a $16,000 increase in overtime. We had a fire captain that was out for about 6 months on an injury, and that was shift coverage for that. They had to have somebody to cover him, and that's the majority of that. 117, volunteer firefighter pay. We did not have a volunteer firefighter this year, so that was taken out for $1,000. 123, fire holiday pay. The reason for this is everybody that works for the city has 14 paid holidays a year. Last year, we ran into the problem at the end of the year where we added, where we had to do the amendment at the end of the year for this. At that time, it was all buried into salaries. And this year, it was not added into salaries, and it was not added in the 123 line item is a completely new line item. It was not added at the beginning of the budget. That's why it's 0 in that left-hand column. This 162 should get us through the end of the year. Going forward, this line item has been tracked. I started the line item at the beginning of the year. It's been tracked through our accounting software and through our payroll system.
Mayor, being on
Yes, sir.
the holiday pay, was that an auditor request to do it that way?
No, it was not.
Okay.
It was not tracked before.
Uh-huh.
If you remember last year, whenever they went through it, they had never, the previous year, was the first year that we had a full staff for an entire year.
Okay.
So the thought was that we needed to track it for the first 6 months, present it at Christmas time. That never happened, and now I'm the bad guy that has to tell you that it happened at the end of the year. So.
Okay. Thank you.
401, hiring and recruitment, we took away $600. And 249, professional training services. This is, the money we added here is $5,750. That's a grant writing opportunity for Chief Hughes. 258 is cell phones, we added $2,500. 280, travel, we took away $1,500. 282, lodging, we took away $2,000. 296, emergency medical treatments. From my notes, this is medications they carry on the truck, and they use them when they need them. And so they were I guess they used a little bit more than they normally did, or what they thought that they would use. Training, 302, we took away $12,000. 303, training supplies, we took away $500. 308, again, is the office lease, or office equipment lease. That's our copiers and printers. We're up $1,400. 309, office furniture, we took away $1,000. 310, office supplies, we took away $500. 311, postage, we took away $300. And 324, cleaning and janitorial supplies, that added $2,000. 370, community services, we took away $500. And 379, uniform accessories, we took away $3,000. 412, command vehicle equipment, we took away 650. And 415 is Station 2 hand tools and equipment. They had to buy a couple of hand tools for the new fire station out on 96. Fire marshal hand tools and equipment, we took away 250 from that one, 416. 418 Station 1 maintenance, we added $1,500. And 420 and 421 both, we had to increase for insurance claims. It's not really a way to, even though we still get paid on the revenue side, the only way to do it is increase the revenue and also increase the expense. So there's no, even though it's a wash, there's no way to make it look like a wash on the expense side. Turnout gear, we took out, 424 turnout gear, we took out 5,000. 428 engine 2 maintenance and repair, we had to add 4,000. 430 rescue truck maintenance and repair, we had to add 20,000.
Quick question on that one.
Sure. I hope
This
I can
would probably
answer.
be better for Chief Hughes, plant it in your ear to talk to him about it. I know we've had issues with that truck. There was talk about a couple years ago getting in line to replace it, getting into the $30K a year maintenance cost. I'm just curious if that's going to be a one-time thing or if we're expecting the maintenance cost on that truck to be increasing more and more as it gets older. Just something to think about.
Yeah.
I mean, weighing the cost of maintaining it and keep it going versus the cost of buying something new. I think it's going to be just like the engine. You're going to be 3 years out from taking delivery on it. So it's probably going to become a pretty costly asset, if you want to call it that.
I had the conversation with him also too, that everything is split up so much and those trucks are so expensive to repair, of having just a line item next year for repair on any of the trucks. That way that we don't have to make the adjustment, because if anything messes up, it's not a $200 fix ever, no matter what it is. 434 equipment testing for vehicles, we took away 2,500. And 452 equipment operations, we took away 10,000. Fire alarm monitoring, we went up 800. And 950 tower training tower maintenance, we took away 3,000. Next down in the capital, still in 110, we added the fire truck loan, is the $1 million right there, and took away 5,000 from 968 AED replacements. Go down to the 115s in the bond account. We added, in 421, we added 52.5. That is for Station 2 upgrades out of the bond account. I believe that finishes off fire. We can go to the next one.
So I have a quick question for you. So you have the upgrades for there, but you also have Station 2 repairs. Is that the same thing, or because you went up 5,000, so up to 9,000 for Station 2 repairs, number 421?
Yes, sir. So the difference in those two is one is coming out of the bond and the other one is coming out of the general fund.
Okay. And then I had a question about item 249. You said that was for training for our chief to write. What exactly was your definition?
They had a this is a grant writing. The additional part of it
Right.
is for grant writing. I can,
So $5,500 for grant writing?
yes, I can get you an answer to that. If you'll
Okay,
give
I just
me
want to make sure,
2
is that
seconds.
for the whole so if he's got training to write grants, would that be for the whole city or just for fire?
No, it was fire specific. Give me 1 second and I'll text him and get an answer for that. that okay if we skip to police and I get you that?
Yeah,
number?
absolutely.
Okay,
Thank you.
Cool. All right, let's go to police. Police department, first thing, 112 overtime. We're down 25,000 in that. And the next adjustment is 116 and 8086. The police officers work on a schedule of 28 days. In that 28 days, they can work up to 172 hours at straight time. After 172 hours, we have to pay them overtime. Normal people would be 160 if you're at 40-hour week. Theirs doesn't kick in until 43 hours a week, but it doesn't start till that 4-week period at 172. This line item is also new, similar to the fire holiday line item. This is to catch that 8086 column. The reason why we called it 8086 is because we get paid every 2 weeks. So that's the difference in between. They're scheduled for 80 hours. They can work up to 86 hours in the straight time pay before it hits overtime. Once they went over that, then it would be back into 112, the 112 line item. It would be in overtime. Last year, whenever we had to increase that at the end of the year, that came straight out of salaries, and it was not represented at all other than just an increase in salary. This splits it out to where it's only that. It's tracked the same way as the fire holidays. It's tracked in the accounting system now that it's a line item, and also tracked in in the payroll system. The next is 121 is crossing guard pay. That is whenever we switched Mr. Don from just crossing guard to crossing guard and janitor, for lack of a better word. The next is 123 police holiday. This is exactly like the fire holiday. They have more people that are in admin, so we're not having to pay them where they would take off instead of work and get paid. They would just take off the day and only get paid, not straight time. They would just get paid straight time for the holiday pay. Wow, that's a lot less. Next, we have 203. We took away $1,000 from software licensing and maintenance. We added $800 to 208 Lexapool. We added $700 to 220 printing and duplicating. We took away $500 from 236 community relations. Took away $5,000 from 258 cell phones. Took away $250 from 259 holding cell maintenance. 261 repair and maintenance motor vehicles. We had to add 10,000 to that. $296 emergency medical treatments. We took away 500. $299 for their sundry, we took away 500. Office equipment, we took away 500, 307. 308, office equipment lease, that's copiers again, up 1,400. 309, office furniture, we took away 500. 324, cleaning and janitorial, we added in 1,000. 334 range fees, we're adding 1,000. 364 radio repair, minus 2,000. Radios 368, we took away 7,500. And 370 community services, we took away 500. 371 detention equipment and supplies, we took away 500 also. 373 firearms, we took away 1,000. 375 range supplies, we took away 21, or sorry, not took away, we added 2,100. I believe you got some targets for 376 body armor, we had to add 1,100. 382 personal safety supplies, we took away 1,000, and 383 incident scene personnel supplies, we took away 500. $390 traffic control supplies, we took away 1,500. And 392 shop with the cop, it was fully funded, but we had to add 700. I don't remember if they added a kid or how they did that, but there's still plenty of money in there. 948 computer equipment and software, we took away 2,000. And then we'll go to capital, still in 110. Took away 5,000 from LISO acquisitions. And took away 2,000 from duty equipment, 966. It gets us down to the drug fund, 619. Took away 1,000 out of 203 software license and maintenance and added 1,000 into 374 firearms equipment.
I have one quick question for number 392. Shop with a Cop program,
Yes, sir.
15,700. This is also this is not a city-funded program, correct?
Say it again.
This is not a city-funded program,
No, it's funded by itself.
but we still right. Okay, so we have to show the line item.
I still have to show if there was
Right.
money. That is what they spend on the gift cards every year.
Yep.
That money is, and I honestly don't remember if they added a kid to what they originally quoted or not. But that's kept also in a separate. It's accounted for separately, so it is in the operating account, but is.
Perfect. I got it. Thank you.
Had police in there twice. I guess I don't want to read them twice again. How about we skip that and go to Public Works? Public Works 110 salaries, we took away 29,400. And 240 utilities, we added 2,800. 261 maintenance and repair vehicles, we took away 1,500. 331 fuel and oil, we added 1,000. And hand tools operations, 450, we added or took away 500. Took away 500 from 451. Hand tools for shop. Took away 500 for 452 equipment operations. And 453 shop equipment, we took away 1,500. 455, looks like we took 700. 456 personal safety supplies operations, we took away 500. 459 maintenance and repair equipment, we added 10,000. We had 2 tractors break down last mowing season, and they were not cheap to fix. Took away 5,000 from maintenance and repair on the heavy trucks. Took away 500 from the health department maintenance, 468. The addition in 473, that was, equipment rental. That is where we rented the bulldozer for him to deal with all the chips they had from the storm. That is also reimbursable, but it still has to be shown as an expense. We move on to street aid, 121. 342 street and traffic signs, 50,000. That was for a for signs in a development. Do you remember which development that was? Castleberry.
It was for, I'm sorry, what?
That was for road signs in Castleberry.
What road signs in Castleberry? Ethan, do you know?
All of the stop signs and posts were replaced within Castleberry subdivision, and that is the total cost.
Do you know how many stop signs and poles were replaced?
I don't have that answer.
For street aid resurfacing, 931. We took away 60,000 from resurfacing. Added 10,000 to 961 roadway maintenance. And 994 is road projects. We added $245,000. That's the Northwest Highway project. And that number is specific to what we can spend on that project out of street aid. There's only certain things that we can spend that money on. We're good, we'll move on to parks. Oh. All right, 258 cell phones, we added 500. 307 office equipment, we took away 1,000. 308, that is copiers again, added 700. 331, you'll go to the next page and look at the 112, 331. We just took it out of 112 and put it in 110. So you'll see a $3,000 decrease on the 112, 331. And then just moved it to coming out of the 110 fund. So that's the only difference in that. It's the same overall price. And then took $1,000 out of 948 in computer equipment. The next is, at the bottom of the page, is what came out of the bond in the 115s. 941, Historic Village, minus 20,000. 943, Park Playground Project, bond, minus 100,000. 992, Bowie Park Perimeter Trail Bridge, minus 100,000. And 993, Veterans Park Improvements, minus 100,000.
I got a question on that.
Go ahead.
That $100,000, the Veterans Park Improvements is going to zero. Does that not include the money that we just approved for there was a war memorial, I believe, addition that we were gonna do out there? It was like 30,000 or something we just talked about a month or two ago.
No, it did not.
Mr. DeDoro was in here talking about,
That, he was here to discuss it. I know you guys all want to approve it, but if you go back to the minutes, it has to be brought back up to you guys to vote on that.
Also, I believe that's going to be fully funded by the veterans and also a donor.
That's what, I talked to David about that too,
Right.
so.
and then with the.
That's something we can make a change on, though. This is not set in stone. If that it's something you want to see a change for, we'll add it right back
Well, I
there,
know
too. It'll
the-
just take out a fund balance from the bond, so.
That bridge, that perimeter trail bridge, is that still out?
I don't know that that was even
Yes.
started.
And that was supposed to be repaired, didn't we were taking steps to have that repaired?
Well, that was supposed to be engineered. That's where we're
We
having a
haven't
lot
gone
of
down that
issues
far.
with.
But this would be to just take it out of this year's budget. If we wanted to add it in for next year's budget, then the line item could come back, right? So
Absolutely.
Yes.
For sure.
it's just from now until July
It's definitely not
1st,
gonna
we
get
wouldn't
done by
spend
the end of this year.
$100,000. Yeah.
That $320,000 aggregate for the parks that we removed, where did that money get moved to?
Say it again.
The $320,000 for the total park, the general fund reduction between $20,000 from Historic Village, $100 from Playground.
Yeah, that's all out of bond expenditures. That's not out of.
Yeah, but did that money get repurposed somewhere else?
It's still in the. It's just money not spent out of the bond.
So currently, that money does not have any
If you want
landing
to,
location.
yeah, I got you. You'll look at the other sheet. That one's by fund, and it explains it easier. It'll be fourth and fifth page. That way you can kind of see what went in it. It just does a better job of by fund what went in and out. So anything we added will be on the left side in the debit column. Anything we took away will be in the credit column. So it looks like
It's like, most likely, I'm guessing land for the gun range, potentially.
there's not any increases from the original budget on the gun range. The only, from what was originally budgeted. The only changes we have are the fire for Station 2, planning this 285-1, correct me if I'm wrong, Ethan, I believe that was right-of-way acquisition. I'm gonna have to look this one up.
We can talk about it later. I was just curious if we knew the answer. We don't have to spend too much time on it.
Oh, the other increase on the admin side for the 115 was the cut. So I guess you're right. The 2015 on that 1154 1114 916, that was the cost of the land for the gun.
Thank you.
All I saw was the admin number, and I wasn't thinking police. Are we in 112s? Wait, yes, 112 for park. Okay, 261, repair and maintenance vehicles. We took away 2,500 from that. 262, repair and maintenance equipment, minus 1,000. 266, repair and maintenance on the buildings. We added $3,000. 324, cleaning and janitorial supplies, minus 1,500. 331, fuel and oil.
I'm sorry, real
Go for it.
quick, sorry to
Go for it.
go back real quick to 266, the repair and maintenance of the buildings. Is that $3,000 increase by any chance related to the storm? Or was it it's just a needed?
I don't think that was anything that has been already spent, no.
Okay, thank you.
342, sign parts and supplies, we have minus 500. 378 for uniforms, minus 1,500. Goodness gracious, I'm getting off track again. 452, equipment operations, minus 1,000. 454, operational supplies, 1,500 subtraction. 470, miscellaneous projects for the city, minus 500. 488, historic village repairs, we added 17,000.
What's the status on that, Keith?
As far as
the completion with the windows and all the,
I think the windows are complete. I do have to replace one pane of glass at the front door, but are complete with that.
so is that all repairs are done, or we're still?
As far as I know, yes.
Okay, thank you.
There's offsetting costs on that too, of, on the revenue side for that. Goes this 38.6 number 32610. $497 for park trail maintenance. We subtracted 1,000. And that may bring us to the very bitter end. Understanding wise, this line by line item is good to see changes. The other document to see the changes in the funds in the ordinance does a much better job of showing the overall change in the fund. But obviously the line by line item is much easier to understand, small scale.
Thank you very much for that.
Mayor,
Commissioner Hall?
Ben, you may not have the answer for this. You mentioned earlier about liability insurance. Is that our city umbrella?
You're an admin. 528.
Yeah,
Yes, that is
does-
that is citywide. Yep.
yeah. Do you have a coverage amount? What our coverage is as far as the claims would be?
Saying how many claims will we had this year?
No, not the claims, just the overall coverage we have if there was a major hit as far as
I can look that up
Is
for
it
you.
a-
I don't have it off the top of my head though. No.
$2 million, $5 million, or you have any idea?
I would have to look it up. Yeah.
Okay. You can just let me know that.
Sure.
You can just email it to me, be fine. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for going line by line through that. Since we did it that way, does anyone have any questions? Okay. Mr. Ross?
Commissioner Roberts,
Aye.
Commissioner Buffalini,
Aye?
Commissioner Hall,
Aye.
Vice Mayor McDonald,
Aye.
Mayor Anderson.
Aye. Item 11D passes 5-0. First reading. We will have a second reading. Item number 12, roundtable mayor and commissioners. Commissioner Buffalini?
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Board. Mayor Ryle, thank you very much for everything. We had a great conversation last week, sat down for a while, and I'm glad you're comfortable here, and welcome. That's all I really want to say with that. Some things happening around the city right now. Fairview Tennis Team Region 6 champs, Luke Moultrie and Caden Throa. They're heading over to the state competition for tennis. So congratulations to them at the high school level. Our soccer team, they left already, but very proud. Tonight they beat Sycamore 1-0, and they are now the district champions for high school soccer. Softball, the Falcons, they are they made history. They're top 4 in the state of Tennessee. And this is the first time, similar to our wrestling team, where they now compete on a state level for our middle school. So congratulations to the Fairview Falcon, Lady Falcon softball team for their championship, and then in districts, and then making it top 4 in the state of Tennessee. Also, our flag football, they are the regular season champions for TSSAA District 6. So I just wanted to congratulate them as well on that. What else did I have here? Flags. Oh, also there's this Saturday at Cano's, there's a cornhole tournament. For anybody that doesn't know about it, come on down this Saturday at 3 p.m. Bring your teams, bring everything. We'll have everything there for you. Cheyenne Buckley is hosting this for a benefit. It's a nonprofit, Love One International. So come on down to Cano's this Saturday at 3 o'clock. They're going to have prizes and giveaways and all sorts of good stuff. So thank you to our community for coming together and doing all this good stuff that we have going on. And congratulations to all of our athletics. Thank you.
Commissioner Roberts?
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Mayor Ryle, for being here. And this was really great to have you just up presenting with us tonight. So appreciate that. And Ben Knox, thank you very much for walking that through line by line. I know that was a lot to take on. So I really appreciate that as well. Mr. Greer, we are going to miss you, but we still have one more meeting with you, so you're not out just yet. And just as the reminder about the Bowie Cleanup Day, this Saturday starting at 8 a.m., really excited that we'll all be able to be back in the park, and we're really excited to have the community in to help clean up the park. And that's all I have for tonight.
Commissioner Hall?
Thank you, Mayor, Board. Mayor Ryle, welcome to the city. Appreciate you taking on this chore that we've given you, so to speak. But tonight I want to thank all the employees and how good they have stood up and helped the city out. I always knew they were good and great, but I think this really tells the story of how good all the city employees are. Ethan, thank you for all that you, every time you've always come up with a good answer when I ask stupid questions. Hopefully they weren't stupid, but anyway, you've always done a good job, and I do appreciate you, and good luck on your new endeavors. Thank you. That's all I have tonight.
Vice Mayor McDonald?
Thank you, Mayor, Commissioners. Quick question, or I guess a call out. Lake Road, I'm all but convinced that it got completely missed on the cleanup efforts that we paid for. Might just want to send someone to take a look at it. There's debris literally from one end of it to the other. I don't know if that's something that we can handle, but just something to take a peek at. There's quite a bit still on that road. There may be others throughout the city too. I just know that one's something I frequent regularly, and I can tell that it hasn't, I don't think it got touched.
Mr. Ross?
I spoke with Mr. Bratcher the other day, and they were actively working on Lake Road. I believe that was yesterday.
Perfect. Awesome. You're ahead of it. Wasting my breath over here. Mayor Ryle, super excited about all this, and congratulations on getting the first one out of the way. I thought you handled it very well, so I'm excited to work with you. Let's see, I thought I had one other thing. Nope, that'll do it. I'm all finished. Thank you.
Mayor Ryle, we've known each other for a long time, and I knew that if anyone was up for the task, you are, and you've shown that you've hit the ground running, so I really appreciate you. Ethan, we've worked together for the past 3+ years, and you've always, answered my phone calls. You know me, something comes in my head, and it might not be working hours, and I just appreciate if a citizen reaches out to me and I reach out to you, you've always, taken care of business. So I know that you're still here for a minute, so I'll reserve my other comments till another meeting, but I'm excited for your next chapter, so be blessed with that. Just wanted to let everybody know that at the Triangle School this weekend and next, the Fairview Community Theater will be performing James and the Giant Peach. A lot of their performances, are kid-friendly, mostly adult-friendly. This one is very kid-friendly. So if you haven't taken the opportunity to go see one of their performances, they have such incredible actors. And it's worth the $10 for admission, and it's a great place to see the play and just, support our Fairview Community Theater. They do a great job. I was really excited last Thursday to be at the reopening of Bowie Park. We literally had a line all the way from the entrance, all the way down Bowie Hollow Road, all the way out to 100 and around. People excited to get back in the park. Channel 5 News came out and they interviewed several people, and it was just exciting to see everybody get back to what they enjoy doing, and that's enjoying the lakes and the trails and the playground. I didn't realize, I walked up there and we've got a lot of nannies and different homeschool groups that they all come together at the playground. So I know that they've had to find other locations while, the cleanup's been going on. So it's exciting to have them back out and just seeing the park back open. So I appreciate everybody that was involved in getting that done so quickly. I think that's all for me. So I just want to encourage everyone to keep Fairview beautiful and pick up trash and don't throw it out. I entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion. Thank you.